What's up, y'all? Hope you're having a great day. And today we got some chest, back, and shoulders. It is downpouring outside right now, and I mean, I still got like 2 hours before I head to the gym. Maybe actually like 3 or 4. I don't know, something like that. But it is downpouring, and it's supposed to downpour the rest of the day, and I have to walk like 15, 20-ish, like 15 minutes to the gym. So that's gonna be probably a pretty wet walk. However, on the agenda today, we got some incline barbell bench press. We've got a pec deck as long as it's open. Although thankfully, what's nice about Fridays being on a campus university is that everyone tends to go out drinking on Fridays. So it usually ends up meaning the gym's pretty empty except for the few people that don't go out and party on Fridays, I guess. But hopefully we'll be able to get everything in the order that I like to, because like I said before, order doesn't like matter entirely. It's obviously really nice if you have an order you like and you're able to get that like done without having people taking up machines and whatnot. It's really nice to be able to do that. But following pec deck, we're hopefully going to do some mid to upper back workouts, as it is my second back day, along with the chest and shoulders as well. I like to do some higher rows, and then I usually like to do cable face pulls to work the traps a little bit, because as of recently, traps were definitely one of my weaker proportions, I suppose, on the rest of my body, but it has been getting a little bit better, I think. Then after we do the 2 back workouts, gonna hopefully do some shoulder press of some sort of variant. Don't know exactly what, whether it be dumbbell, machine, barbell, who knows, whatever I'm feeling, I suppose. And then we'll be doing some either cable or dumbbell lateral raises. I think last time so this Monday, I think I did cable lateral raises. So we might be doing some bench supported lateral raises, which you'll see. But yeah, hopefully gonna be a good workout. Excited to get ready for the day. Gonna definitely keep in mind what I've been telling myself in the last 2 about slowing down the workouts. That's just something I gotta repeat in my mind, even if I have to lower the weight, make sure I'm doing it right and at the right speed. That's the most important thing I can be doing. So I'm gonna be consciously replaying that in my head as we go into today. But yeah, another great day for another great lift. So let's get to it. Alrighty, to start off the workout, we got some incline barbell bench press. Now, I'm very thankful for this guy that spotted me. Really appreciate it. I completely forgot your name. Very bad at names, but I really appreciate the spot. But we started off with 90 kilograms. I think it went pretty well. I felt pretty controlled the entire time. Usually when I'm doing like incline bench or even barbell bench, just regular flat, I'm constantly like readjusting my shoulders and my hands. But this time it felt really stable, and it actually went a lot better than I expected it to going into it based off how I was feeling. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now I think I should try moving up the weight next time, because I've kind of been like at this weight for a little bit. So I definitely think I could try and move up next time, but that'll be an insight for the future. Following up the barbell bench press, the barbell incline bench press, following it up with some chest press machine. Normally I like to do pec deck on my second chest day. Wasn't available, so we work with what we got. Chest press machine is by far an amazing workout regardless. So we started off with 52.5 kilos. Now, I probably could have done more. When I went on the Arrow app and was like looking at what I did in the past, it said I could do more, but when I was trying to like warm up, or at least like just get a feel and position in the seat, it felt really heavy. So I started off with 52.5, and I ended up moving to 55 and then 60, as you'll see in the picture of the workout app. I think I could have lowered the seat a little bit. Looking back at this video, looked a bit high up, and it was really awkward to position my legs because like the footrest was too high, but then the floor was too low because I'm a short motherfucker. So, but other than that, felt pretty good. I'm glad I moved up weight towards the end, because I definitely could have done more to start out with. As for these cable face pulls, I definitely think I need to lower the weight a bit. I started with 41.25 kilos and did that the entire time. I think I need to lower it and focus more on pulling as far back as I can, because I should probably be getting that cable slightly around my head rather than just to the front of my head. But other than that, it went pretty good. I still felt it regardless, so that was good. But that's definitely one of the changes I need to make to this exercise in the future.
Also, my apologies for some of these camera angles. I'm kind of self-conscious about where I'm putting up my tripod because I really don't want to be taking up people's space because I really don't want people to get irritated with me because it's a public space. And while it's okay to be doing this, I also just want to make sure everyone's able to have a good time and I'm not like messing with anyone's personal space or taking up space where they could do a workout. But regardless, incline dumbbell not what am I saying? Dumbbell shoulder press went well. 28 kilos to start with, and as you can see, I went up after that. I started a little lower because I wanted to get a feel for them, make sure I was doing them right and controlled. So I definitely am glad I went up. I'm going to start with more next time for sure. Again, sorry for the angle of the camera and kind of how close it is to me here in this clip. But for these dumbbell lateral raises, I started with 12 kilos and it was feeling all right. Although during the movement, I did kind of feel like I was losing my form a little bit, losing the control, especially on the descent of the movement. So as you'll see, in the Arrow app, I went down to 10 kilos and did that for 9. And then for 8, I was able to control it a lot better. Still felt the burn. So I think next time we're going to start with 12 kilos again and just kind of see how my form and how it's feeling from there for the next time I do these. And last but not least, we have cable seated rows. I started with 90 kilos, and normally I like to do these more towards the beginning of my workout. However, it's a public gym, people are going to be using the equipment, and that's completely fine. So it's here at the end. But besides that fact, I think it went really well for being one of my later workouts. I was still able to move a lot of weight, and it felt really good the entire time. I felt like I was getting a good squeeze in my back and getting like full ROM. And even in the video here, I think I'm getting pretty good ROM. So I'm happy with how that went. So other than that, yeah. But to move on from that, we get into the posing for the end of this workout day. In this posing session, one of the skills, or I guess attributes of it that I wanted to work more on was kind of slowing down in between the posing to kind of catch my breath and regain myself because I get really lightheaded when I pose, and I need to work on that a little bit because obviously you don't want that happening, especially if you're on stage. You don't want to be fucking passing out in front of everyone because there's a good chance you may not win then. However, also while doing the posing, like mid pose, I want to be slowing it down, holding it for longer. That way I can get more used to holding the poses because I definitely think I tend to rush through them kind of often. But other than that, I actually really liked how this posing turned out. Obviously, nowhere near to what the level of posing I want to be at. But for what it was, I think my pump looked really good. I think my workout went really well today, and I'm just kind of happy overall. I today was really good. It's my favorite day to do, and I think it went really well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This is just filler because that last audio clip didn't last till the end of the posing video. And of course, here is the cardio proof, evidence, whatever you may fancy. Alrighty, so workout's over. It was a pretty good day, like I said in the video. But some critiques I may have, I got it pulled up here, of course, again. Overall, my opinion, incline bench went really well. I'm actually gonna go ahead and move over a little bit so I can actually skip ahead. Incline bench, I was really happy with it. I wasn't really feeling it, but turned out really well. I'm really proud of how I did, and I definitely think I can move up the weight ever so slightly next time. I got confidence. I feel like I can do it. Then as for chest press, I really would say the only thing that bothered me was kind of the seat height. I mean, I look awkward in the video, so I mean, it felt all right while I was doing it, and that's what matters at the end of the day. But like I said in the video, it looks kind of awkward. I definitely think I needed to start with more. Like when I was warming up, I was trying it and it was really heavy. But then when I started, of course, this first set, it wasn't that bad. So, well, notes for the future. Then face pulls. That I think the face pulls were probably my worst exercise from this workout. I need to pull the cable. If I'm holding the cable here, it needs to get around my head. I don't think it should go straight to the head exactly. Or I mean, it should, but the goal is to get it around to get that full squeeze. But other than that, I still felt it. Again, end of the day, as long as you're feeling it and it's not hurting you, it can't really be that bad.
Dumbbell shoulder press, I think it went well. Yeah, not much on that. I could have started heavier, but I was just kind of testing the waters because I hadn't done dumbbell shoulder press in a little bit. The dumbbell lateral raises, like I said, they were feeling all right. I was kind of iffy after that first set, so I went down, and I think that was the right call. I normally like to do cable anyways, so I won't very often really be doing these unless there's like no cables available, which there weren't. I actually did look to do cable, but public gym, and that's okay. Make the best of what you got, right? So then I was really happy with my seated rows. I don't normally do them that late in the workout, but I did, and I think they went really well. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. But other than that, pretty great day. Yeah, I really don't got much more than that. Posing is going better, practicing, practice makes perfect, getting better. Yeah, other than that, also, one thing I will say, because it's outside of like videos in the gym and whatnot, and outside of me recording, food is very important. Obviously, everyone knows that. I'm not doing that great at that, or not necessarily. I'm doing good. I'm under my calorie goal every day, but I'm not tracking it super strictly, and I need to be, because I'll track like my first meal of the day, or kind of get a baseline of what I need to do for the rest of the day, or I'll not track the beginning, but then track the end. No, it's really just tracking the beginning and then not finishing through. So I really got to finish through with the tracking food. But other than that, tracking food, what I'm eating, I think has been good. Definitely hitting protein every day. A lot of eggs. Eggs are really cheap in Australia, so definitely been utilizing that. Yeah, other than that, I hope y'all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.